Welcome to RPG Reanimator's actual play It's Alive, where we're going to be playing through Mork Borg, a scenario titled The Ship of Ulzabeus, which is a scenario I came up with based on some rolls and a little bit of this and that. So we'll be starting this scenario with the three adventurers. A few weeks back, you were in the massive city of Galgenbeck, a dark city that the basilisks sleep in, and you happen to be by the gallows at a time when a heretical priest was being put to the noose. And as he was there, he foretold of this forgotten temple gliding silently across the ice in the Kergus wastes, and that there were treasures aboard, you were certain. Now, any intelligent person would go, this person's insane. We don't care. You three, however, you understood, yes, this is real. Unfortunately, you're not the only people. So we're going to join the action here and the depths of the Kyrgyz wastes. There, these are kind of think windswept plains, snow constantly biting your face. Every once in a while, a dead bird will drop frozen out of the sky and just shatter on the ground. And you're in the heart of this. This is where you've been for a couple days on this old, broken, abandoned tower that's just kind of, there's like an ice melt against the side of it. It's just kind of standing there. It could crumble at any moment, but this is where you're supposed to be. So I want you to tell me who you are and how you're planning to get from this tower area onto a gliding ship that you're not quite sure what it looks like, what you're dealing with. You just know you've got to jump. Let's start with Demorcus.
Yes, hello. I'm Demorcus. I wear raggedy clothing, layer upon layer, to make it fit for this winter setting. I'm missing a bunch of teeth. I have a horrible clown hairstyle where it's bald in the middle. It looks like I'm a victim of fetal alcohol syndrome on top of being dropped on the head. And I'm not a good person. I love to use my meat cleaver on all types of creatures because I enjoy the exquisite sounds they make. And when they die, I know for a fact that I'm better than them.
And how did you prepare for this ship coming by? How are you going to board it?
Well, it's not my idea. It's why I brought these two together with me so they can figure it out.
So no preparation from the gutterborn scum. I like this already.
Absolutely.
Let's look around, maybe like a little fire you've set up. Anselmus.
Yes, I am Anselmus, and I have a long, flowing, beautiful hair. I am very thin and weird looking, um, like 6 feet tall, extremely thin and emaciated, with a long robe, and I am constantly clutching my tablet and pondering my surroundings, and there's an owl that is just circling above my head at all times. That it looks like it's pretty disgusted with me, uh, but I've managed to capture its attention somehow.
Dark magics, no doubt. And how are you? It seems like Demorcus has left some of this to you. How are you planning to get aboard this ship?
Well, really, it doesn't matter if I get on board or not, because whether I die or not is of no consequence, because humans were meant to die. I mean, that's what we do. I'm going to die eventually, and therefore I've lost all sense of caring for what happens.
Wonderful. Really leaving it up to your third party member to figure out a way onto the ship. So let's talk
No
about
pressure, right?
Bartholomew. Yeah. Bartholomew, you're surrounded by a clown with a butcher knife, a grumpy owl, and you've had to come up with a plan.
Yeah. So before we get to that, Bartholomew is a short and stout man in a tattered green cloak, concealing his largely ill-maintained plate armor. No matter the circumstances, he has a staring manic gaze and is may or may not be being hunted by inquisitors for heresy. And as such, really wants to get as much loot as he can to give him the resources to continue to get as far away as possible, you know? And that's his gist. Now, when it comes to the ship, say we're atop a tower.
Yeah, we'll say it's about a 3-story tall tower, and you're not alone in here. There's some other adventurers that have actually climbed like on the roof, but that seems very stupid perhaps to you. And they all seem to have their own plans, from grappling hooks to one of them you think has a parachute. Another seems to have dragged a cart up here and seems to think they've made a ramp of some kind. There's a lot of people around with plans, a real motley crew of of other adventurers looking to jump onto this ship.
Well, the issue is that I have no immediate means to get to the ship other than just straight up jumping. How large? It's big, right? And it's approaching, and
Oh,
we're
do I
going to
have
need
to
to
tell
get.
you everything, Bartholomew? I brought this kit all by myself. I'm doing all the work here. Assemble the catapult.
All right, and I'll get my toolbox out, and I do actually have there's like hammer and nails in there, a saw.
Yes.
So yeah, in the toolbox I've got 10 nails and a hammer as
That's
well as a
enough.
small
That's
saw.
enough.
So let's go,
Perfect.
go.
So you're hammering this catapult device into the base of this tower, maybe a little bit of rotted wood here and there, but it seems to be going. I'm gonna have to have you make a roll on something here. I'm gonna say maybe a presence. Just it seems like you're trying to think about this carefully and make a clever plan.
All right. Well, if I'm the one rolling, I'm going to use an
Please.
omen to lower this check by 4.
Very good. So you only need an 8. Normally you need a 12.
Yeah. 15 minus 1. 14.
Okay. You think this catapult is pretty good. It's maybe you think you can run it 3 times and that's probably about it.
Oh no, all at once.
All
three.
at once. Oh, okay. So you're
We only got power
really
for
gonna stretch. Okay, maybe there's like
Also,
a rock. You're
I've got some
I feel as though that may mean all of us just entirely miss the ship and die.
oh, we're not gonna miss the ship with these. And I pull out these wingsuits made out of human skin. We can adjust our velocity and turning with these. I made them myself.
and I want Demorcus. I want you to make a oh boy, what kind of roll do we want for that? I feel like it could be a strength or agility just to see if you manage to like how you manage to get these.
Okay. I mean murder, so
Yeah.
probably strength.
Yeah, okay. Just
I'll
straight
take
up
strength.
murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an artist. They made the most delightful sounds. I did roll an 18 plus 2, which is 20.
Okay. Yeah, they look like they're pretty complete. You've stretched the skin pretty expertly, and there's probably
I
some butcher
dried them.
marks. Yeah.
Yeah, I stretched them out with my loving hands.
All right. And you
But
brought
please,
3
please,
of
gifts.
them. Okay.
Gifts. I know exactly what size you both are, so it
Yes,
fits.
undoubtedly these creatures are happier in the afterlife than they would have been alive.
Well then, we'd better take our positions. I'll
Yeah.
crawl into the basket.
I'll put on my human skin wingsuit and put on the aviator goggles.
All don what is there. At the very least, that's going to make our odds better. And just in case, for some reason, I have to make a defense roll. From within my cloak, I produce a hat, a high priest's mitre, with the mark of the Church of the Two-Headed Basilisk defaced,
Ooh.
and put it upon my head. And I become translucent.
Whoa. So a
Your skin
translucent
exhibits
suit.
exquisite qualities.
And Anselmus, are you putting on a skin suit as well?
Yes, I think I'll put on a skin suit, and I will just look up at the owl circling me, looking at me with probably hoping that I fall to my death. And I'll just be like, "Not today, you fucker."
Whoo, whoo. It kind of echoes, and you hear from outside, "There it is, boys!" And you can see out of these like snowy mists that the wind is blowing past, the brow of a ship pushes through and it starts to approach the tower. It's about 2 stories tall, and you can see there are metal gliders it's skating along the ice with. They're This ship is kind of odd though, because it does appear to be metal and wood and held together by these like thick black ropes, you think, from where you are. And there's an actual stone tower built onto it with 3 smaller built like just maybe like a person or two could fit in outbuildings, and they're just kind of sitting on the back like this is a tower on skates essentially on the ship. And there is a large gray tattered sail that is catching this wind and bringing it towards you. And there's a few people that maybe mistime their jumps immediately and you see them plummet to their death, but it's going by.
I'm better than them.
All right, you pulling the lever.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna use my jagged and rusted cleaver to cut the rope so the tension flings us all.
Okay, I want everybody to make an agility roll, but at a -4. You had 2 successes here,
So this is
so you need an
interesting.
8. Uh-oh.
Alright, so it's an agility test.
An agility test.
All right, because I am stealthy, all presence and agility tests for me have their thing reduced by 2, so I only need a 6. Let's see what happens.
And that's
Bartholomew's-
just 2d10, right?
No, just
D20.
D20. Yep, D20.
D20. Oh,
Yeah.
big, of course.
Yes.
Yep.
It's brutal.
15.
I passed. I
good.
barely
You're
passed.
good.
So not good. I rolled a natural. Yeah. So that's I've got DR4 on agility test because of my heavy armor. So that means my DC is 12 on this
Yep.
instead.
Yep.
Agility, I just got a flat roll of 9. So that's a failure.
Okay. Would you like to use an omen?
Yeah,
I do allow after the fact omens.
I
maybe, like,
do
it's
feel
fine.
like it would be wise to use an omen.
That makes sense. And perhaps you have a vision of yourself just careening into the side of the ship and falling down, but you all 3 manage to skid onto the deck of this ship. You can see the buildings around you, but you also see these other adventurers. There are a few that are making it on. You see like a big kind of berserker type land, and he actually kind of smashes through the deck a little bit. It's the wood you don't think has been well maintained in the cold. It's not terribly strong, but there's other kind of like little gutterborn scum that are landing and starting to rush towards these outbuildings. What are you 3 doing?
Good. Let them die first from the traps. We should stick close behind them.
Which one has the most amount of people flocking into it, and which one has the least?
You think from just looking at it that maybe like the little gutterborn ones are going to the outbuildings because there's probably not as much there. Some of the bigger ones are headed towards this tower that's there. It looks to be about 3 stories tall, and there is kind of, especially now that you're closer, you can see there's kind of like a rounded top to it. Looks like maybe like a glass top of some kind.
We should go for the tower.
Yes, yes, very likely that there will be other lots of jewels and riches in the tower.
But let's not hurry. Let's just walk calmly towards it.
Well, let's venture behind some other of these adventurers.
Right. Yeah, you maybe watch someone big and strong.
I want to watch them.
Yeah. He pushes past. Um he seems like again like yeah, heavy armor. He's pulled himself out of the ship. He's just running ahead. He's got an axe in his hands and he's running towards the main doorway. And the three of you are kind of sneaking behind him at this point, and you can see now in the tower there's like a little archway and a door that he is to push open, and there is a large kind of circular room with grates in the floor, and at the other side of the room, hanging onto a little chain, is what could kindly be called a cherubim. It's like it's maybe about that big, just this fat little creature on tiny wings that are flat like fluttering, little halo behind its head, but its face, it's not whatever its face was. It appears to be wearing a skin mask of something long dead. It's shriveled and dry. There's a little remnants of a beard in it. And you
This
can
is
hear it saying something to the guy, but it's kind of tough to tell with being a bit back.
this is clearly a metaphor for the cycle of aging and birth being a disgusting process that only produces more suffering in the world.
I want to try and listen in if I can.
And I want to try and listen in to hear this guy die. I want to hear whatever sounds he makes when he gets this riddle wrong.
All right, you're kind of going up alongside. Make a presence check.
13
I
minus
failed.
1.
Everybody?
12.
And what was that, Anselmus?
Does everybody do it?
Sure, yeah, you can all do it.
It's pretty much just like
Okay.
perception in this case.
14.
All right. So Bartholomew and Anselmus, you hear from inside the the little creature is asking this person, this huge armored guy, just, would you like to be baptized? And of course, like any good adventurer, he completely ignores the creature and starts to rush across the room, which is when it just kind of pulls the chain, and you see in the ceiling there is just a little flapping door that opens, and this hot, fatty liquid covers this armorer, and he immediately starts to shriek and burn as this is like working into his armor. He's swinging around.
Oh my god. Is he still alive?
Not for long, you don't think.
Not for long,
He's
because we're gonna attack him.
okay.
We're gonna get him while he's flailing around.
Who the
Is he the
draw?
is he the only other guy here?
You think if you take too long here, there's other people that are gonna approach behind you.
It's true. We have to prove that we're better than him. He has to die. So I'm gonna shank him while he's flailing around.
Okay. Go ahead and
I'm good.
make an attack roll, but you do get a
Okay.
-2 on it, on whatever you are, because he's not paying
While
close attention. Oh
That's
yeah.
great. I love that.
Oh
While he's doing
God. There we
that,
go.
I'm taking out my hat
Nice.
and putting it
I'm gonna-
all the way over my eyes.
Yeah, I think I'll leap onto his back and try to hack him with the hatchet I have.
All right.
The meat cleaver, sorry. Woo! That's a D4, and that's a 4.
Okay. You are like slashing in, and between that and that, like you're just hitting his back. Eventually, he stops moving, and you can see this blood and the hot fat that he was covered in is spreading across the floor. And Anselmus, what are you doing as this is happening?
I'm better.
Did the knight have any sort of weapon, like a
Yeah.
sword?
Yeah, he actually had like a battle axe with him that
Okay.
he's now loosened his grip on.
I will leave that to Demorcus, and I will walk up to the cherubim and say, "Good day."
He's you see the cherubim is like messing with the chain. Would you also like to be baptized? Or
Does he look like
perhaps
he's a fast creature?
uh decently. You might have some expertise in attacking these things. Uh, it could probably move pretty quick just because it's smaller and it's pretty bulky.
Okay. I'll hear
My
him out.
hat.
I'll hear him out.
Um, I pull it up so my eyes are still, because I only need to pull it over my ears to do this. I
Mhm.
become nearly invisible.
Hmm.
And I'm going to try and slink into the shadows and take advantage of this opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, you can see there's like some stairs behind this creature as it's doing this. Anselmus, you've got him distracted. So Bartholomew, just roll an agility um to go through there as you're invisible, but there is still something there.
Oh, yeah. So my stealth with this is DR8, but I've got that +4 for my plate armor. So
Ah.
it's just a flat roll trying to hit 12. Roll a 13.
Oh. All right. Anselmus, you're probably the one that notices then as Bartholomew, maybe you just see like little dust footsteps creeping up the stairs as Bartholomew goes past. This little cherubim is trying to talk to you. He's like, "Do you wish to be baptized or perhaps blessed?" And the little halo that's behind his head turns like it was tracking and blinks, just kind of opens and shuts like there's an eye in it that you can't see. But the cherubim's just looking at you. Please speak. Speak.
I, I do not go in for religious nonsense. It's all completely irrational. All
Nonsense.
irrational.
Nonsense. No, you are treading on hallowed ground. Remove your feet clothings now.
How he's like a baby size, right?
Yeah, about a little bit bigger, baby. About yay.
I'm just gonna grab him by the neck and just kill him like a chicken
All right,
by
make
smashing him on the ground.
make a attack roll.
A strength roll.
Yeah, yeah.
2.
2. It is not going to be enough. So you see this little cherubim, you maybe you grab for it and he zips out and you just hear this blasphemous, blasphemous, and it launches itself at your face. Go ahead and roll a d12 or roll a d20 and try and get above your defense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it'll be your
defense roll.
agility. Yep.
There's
My agility.
some
Okay.
in the chat on that quick
got a
rules
14.
reference.
Yes, I got a 14, so
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
That's good. How do you block this things? How does Anselmus deal with it?
I'm just gonna sort of step to the side and just be like, "Ugh, God."
And you get the sense as it goes past that there are lots and lots of little teeth underneath that skin mask that were trying to chomp on you, but it pushes off to the side. And let's go back to you three. Now we're kind of in it with this little fella buzzing around. Uh Demorcus, you're roughly in the middle-ish of the room. on the back of this dead body. Anselmus, you're fairly close to this thing. It just kind of buzzed past, and it's probably going to come around. Bartholomew, you kind of have the high ground on the stairs here, but you can act in any order you'd like.
Do I see any rocks or loose debris?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and throw it at that thing,
All right.
while still with my other hand keeping my miter to block my above my ears, so I'm still nearly invisible.
Nice, nice. A ranged attack. I want to
It's
say it's
presence.
presence, right?
It's presence.
All
Nope.
right.
7 minus 1, 6.
Clatter, 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 and then it gets stuck to some of this fat next to Demorcus.
Oh, very nice. I
All
think
right.
I'm going to well, fat is quite nutritious. I'll with one index finger, have a little taste, and
Okay.
then I will pick up my new battle axe.
Haha. Roll presence for me real quick.
Sure. 6.
Okay. You feel a little warm in the chest as you're doing this, but maybe the heat of combat has you focused on other things. As you pick
Excellent.
up, you pick up this battle axe.
And what are the stats, if you don't mind?
Let's give it something good. A D8, we'll say.
Nice.
So much a flail does, so that sounds about right.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a big kind of axe we're talking here.
Yeah, I think I'll start crab walking towards the cherub.
You have enough time to attack if you want to this round.
All right, so I'm crab walking. I'm swinging the battle axe like this. I'm hoping to hit it.
All right. Roll your strength.
All right, the DR12.
That's the one.
Let's see it. Oh no, 10 out of 12.
Buzzes above it a little bit.
Oh, but I think this is hilarious, so I'm gonna re-roll. Oh, or I don't think I can lower the DR after the roll, can I?
You can. I'm fine with
Oh,
it.
okay, then I'll just hit that.
Okay.
Use an omen.
Go ahead and roll your damage as you catch this thing.
Oh, okay. Uh, Ooh, that is an 8.
Oh my goodness.
I'm better than you.
You scream this as it cuts it. You see actually its arm just kind of flies off. There's this little fatty arm and it starts to just gush out, not blood, but this kind of thick, goopy fat that that adventurer had gotten boiled in. And this little cherub just goes, "No, brothers, we're under attack. No." It looks like it's about to flee up the stairs past Bartholomew, but Anselmus, you still have a turn.
If it tries to flee, I'm gonna pull the chain and dump the fat on it.
Ooh, I like it. All right, yeah, make a make just a
Agility.
agility. Yeah, that makes sense. It's all about your timing.
I might need to run away.
No, 9.
Yeah, yeah, it splatters across the floor, narrowly misses Demorcus, and you see this creature. It doesn't see you, Bartholomew. You were successful in your presence, so it just kind of zips up towards the stairs near the top, and you can hear it screaming like, "Brothers, we're under attack! Put down your tools and guard the saint!" And what are you guys doing?
I just I pull my hat off. Shit. This place is probably gonna light up.
Perhaps we should collect some of this fat as provisions for the future.
You know, if
Is it
they're
still in line of sight, the cherub?
Uh, I'll say it's a little bit out of it right now, but you don't
Oh,
think it
okay.
got too far up the steps.
We have to chase this thing. I have to be better. So I'll run up the stairs, axe swinging.
um I guess I'll follow, but sluggishly because I am hoofing it in plate armor upstairs.
Okay. And
Um,
Anselmus, yeah. Oh, sorry, James, go ahead.
oh no, that's all.
Okay. Anselmus, are you collecting some of this fat from the floor?
Um, yeah,
Okay.
but I'll just get a little bit and then follow, but I don't run. That's undignified.
Of course. How do you collect this? Like, where are you going for here when you're grabbing this? Like, are you getting the adventure stuff, the little arm, when it was bleeding? What are you going for?
Um, I'll get the arm fat.
Okay. It's definitely hot as you're doing this. Maybe you like pick up the little arm a little bit. It doesn't feel like a baby arm either. It's like, oh, this is just a small adult thing, whatever it is, dripping this wax. And a small little finger bone falls out. Just one. It's almost like you had like a little sleeve that just maybe the tip of a pinky finger was fit in.
Okay, I will examine. Is it just regular finger bone?
Yeah, looks like a regular finger bone. It looks fresh to your eyes.
Hmm, interesting.
When you scoop it up and head up, very good. Demorcus, you're probably the first to arrive at the top of the stairs, and you see this really like injured little cherubim has its hands on what appears to be a waxen statue there. It looks to be some sort of saint crudely made out of this wax, and there are others throughout the circular room, all the same figure dressed in really like shitty costume wear. It almost looks like it was cut out from other adventurers' gear and stitched together to be kind of the same outfit and the same like expression of pain on these waxen figures' faces and a bone halo above there. So there's just all these like statues there in various shapes, and the little cherubim is just holding on to one. Going, brothers, brothers, stop working on that. Aid me.
I'm throwing my battle axe at him. I've already wound it up. Now I'm just gonna release.
Okay. All right. Make a throw.
Yeah, I feel like
I
that's
put my
strength
I
for
put my
sure.
Yeah,
hat
do
back
it.
on.
Do strength.
Someone's gonna get a buzz cut. Yeah. I rolled a 12. It's exact.
Yeah. Okay, roll your damage. There's a chance you don't kill it.
Okay. Oh god. Oh, that's a 2.
And you see its other arm goes flying and it just turns around. It's freaking out, and the other two you're kind of coming up behind. You can see this weird little creature screaming in the air. What did two of you do?
How many other cherubs are there in the room?
Ooh, make a presence test as you're kind of now looking around for specific
No,
things.
5.
You're not sure. You definitely see some movement further back in the room.
I don't like that. I mean, it's flying around. Is there any debris?
Oh, sure. Yeah, there's tons of like just scrap around. It looks like there was a workroom that they were making these little statues in.
I'm gonna try and throw something at it if that's just what we're trying to do here. I don't really know. I'm not much of a fighting guy.
I love it. No.
um, it's a range attack, so it's presence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled an 11.
Oh, it would have hit its arm, but alas, it's a armless creature. Anselmus, you're kind of bringing up the pack.
Hold your weight.
You hear them screaming out of you, but what's the rush? You do
The
hear
whole
some
point
shouting.
of this was to let other people run ahead and do it. This stuff, not us. I've got a fever. That's it. And I'm not throwing my femur at the cherub.
No, no, no. And the cherub starts to swell. And Demorcus, I need you to make an agility roll.
This fool is going to
Fuck.
get us all killed.
Oh fuck! I got a 4 of DR 10.
Okay. Let me
Ah!
just see what I gave for these. Oh, it's not so bad. Roll a d4 as the cherubim bursts into just fat, scalding hot.
Bro, I rolled a 3. I'm gonna use the omen to reduce the damage by d6.
Okay, that makes sense.
Bro, that is a 4. So
Okay. Okay.
no damage.
Okay.
I
how
used
do you, how do you
the
avoid it?
skin wingsuit. Oh god, I used the skin wingsuit, and it melts through probably, but it saves my
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah. And you see there's like a tooth just kind of stuck in the fat that's burning through your wingsuit. And this thing exploded. The halo has winked out of existence. But
I'm
you
just
hear,
screaming, "I'm better!"
okay,
Oh no.
not stealthy. And yeah,
Here
that's
comes the
probably
hive.
Anselmus is you're walking up the steps and you join them and you hear these three other voices. Brother, our connection. He is gone. Go get another from the one above. Hurry! We must get reinforcements. And you see kind of near the back of the room a little cherub flying up some steps and another couple zooming in among these statues.
Do they look like they're leaving?
They look like they're coming towards you, but you don't know that they've necessarily seen you yet.
I'm putting my hat on all the way over my ears and just trying to slink down the stairs. I'm not dealing with 3 of them and reinforcements. No, we gotta wait for more adventurers to come and help. Or at least get themselves killed. Not us, because I can't do shit in a fight.
Yeah, I'm sprinting down the stairs.
Okay, I will not leave like a pussy because I'm Anselmus, the scholar,
All right, bye.
and I will stand out there with my flowing hair. And before they attack me, I will say, one thing you fail to consider, sirs. Let me explain to you
More
a
face
syllogism.
masks. Yeah. We're
Do they stop or do they just kill me?
Yeah. Roll presence.
Okay.
I like this. It might work.
How many omens do you have left?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use an omen. What does that do?
That lowers it by 4, so you would need to get an 8.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's a 3.
Okay. I'm going to need you to roll your agility twice as you're kind of doing the one thing you failed to consider, just these little bitey teeth.
Actually,
Actually,
well, I just
Have a
15. Oh my god.
okay, do it for the other one. Yeah.
Anselmus is fucking. He's an agility master. Oh no, he's not.
Uh-oh.
2 for the second one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d4 again as the second one gets you. You know what? I've got a little rolly table. I will tell you exactly where it gets you. It's chewing on your collarbone.
Oh god. Okay,
So-
2, so that's half my health gone.
Okay. If you had armor, you could roll. I think you had light armor. You could roll a d2 to reduce it.
Oh. Oh. D2, don't mind if I do. Oh, and that's 2. I take 0. Dude, my collarbone armor. It's the key to any armor.
You hear it screaming.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you
Well, never
doing?
mind.
No,
Okay.
please. You're the
I
one in
will just
danger.
if I assume my provisions have water as part of them.
Oh yeah.
You got a
So
water skin?
what I will do is just take my water skin out and pour it upon one of the cherubim and use my cryogenic spell to freeze him.
Ooh, very nice. Go ahead and roll a d12 for presence to cast a spell.
20.
A 20, just a natural 20.
Natural 20.
All right, that's dope.
But I have
So
a
what?
-1 on presence, so it's a
You
19.
still rolled a critical, so I want to give you something good for this. So, how? Go ahead and does it do damage? What's the spell look like?
Well, let me take a look actually. I believe it just freezes all water. So, yes.
Okay. Tell
All
you what.
water within 150 feet. Holy shit.
Oh wow.
Wait, that's
Big
gonna
radius.
freeze. Hold on, this is gonna have more than one effect on the cherub.
But not
Inter-
inside living beings.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's gonna radiate up if the tower's like how many stories is it?
3 stories, just three, and
Yeah,
it's
so the
mostly
every
snow.
all loose water in the tower will be frozen. That's very interesting.
Mm, mm. Um. So there is this. You're pouring it on this creature, and you see it's the water touches it. It actually starts to melt a bit, and you use this spell. What does it look like when Anselmus casts this spell?
I will just lift my tablet up and start, reading off of it. And as I read, just like a frosty wind radiates off of it
Ooh.
onto the cherubim, and his limbs and all his joints that have been covered with water just completely freeze.
Yeah, and he actually like just falls, hits the ground and snaps apart, uh completely destroyed. And the other one that was kind of nearby is hit with like this little spray, and you can see it freezing and pocking its face, and it seems terrified of you. No, no, you have been touched by the ones, beautiful gaze above. Please forgive us. Please don't hurt us.
Oh, it's quite natural for pathetic creatures such as yourselves to respond with violence when confronted with perfection. Perhaps you could tell me the nature of the situation in this pathetic phallic symbol that you've erected.
No, it's not a fallacy. It is an observatory and service of the great, or his cold eternal glare that watches over us at all times. Please, please do not hurt us further. We must protect the saint in his beautiful heart that keeps us warm.
Hmm. All right. No need for violence. Demorcus and Bartholomew, would you come back up? It's perfectly
Oh,
safe.
he's alive. I'll give you some silver, Bartholomew, because I lost the bet.
Oh damn. Whatever he did, he's done something.
I'm
Just
not
go
better
up.
than him yet, but I will be.
And I will gesture to the cherubim. Oh, come here, my son.
Yes, of course. Ever so sorry.
So this little fat creature kind of goes up. It actually kind of nuzzles against you, and its skin mask goes a little askew.
We're so
I will.
sorry.
It's quite all right. I'll readjust it so he's back on straight, and I'll just be holding him like a baby.
You are a good. Oh, you also have the mark of holiness upon you.
And he's kind of pointing this little finger towards Demorcus.
You disgust me, Anselmus. I'll pick up the
Holy
battle
mark.
axe.
Oh,
The holy mark of what?
oh, you have been touched by the saint as well. I can see him inside you.
The saint. Is that your
Yes.
shrine?
I had some tasty fat.
Oh, the fat of the saint, indeed, above, above. We love him and he loves us.
It was all right.
It is the
Does he
nectar of the
offer?
gods.
Does he offer jewels and riches?
No, we are but a humble temple. We have so little to give. We certainly don't have any gems or anything of value.
And you're hearing below
What?
like shouts from the room below of these other adventurers getting in there and oh, he's covered in fat. That's disgusting. Let's loot him. Yeah. And you're hearing like the armor being pulled
So,
off.
do I see this shrine?
It seems like he's
The
kind of
saint?
pointing upstairs, but yeah, there's all these little statues around.
So, does there look to be of anything of note adorning them, or
Ooh, go ahead and roll me a D100.
okay? 33.
Okay. You are looking around the nearest statue and you do see kind of peeking through it looks like this wax was maybe built around a body underneath it that has been pulled apart and scavenged, but you do see kind of sticking out of the base of it in the wax there is an empty perfume bottle.
I'll reach in and take it out.
And it kind of pops out, like when wax it holds its shape still.
Wow, the spoils of dungeoneering. And I will put. I suppose I will pocket it.
The treasures of the unworthy. They try and steal from us, but we are infinite, given by the grace of the saints' hands.
Are there more treasures of the unworthy on the top?
No. No, there are no profane treasures up in the sanctorium with the telescope.
What about sacred treasure?
Oh, there are many sacred objects, but they are not treasure.
Well, one man's treasure is another man's sacred object.
It's processing this.
But you would not steal from our temple, would you?
To steal? Of course not.
Tell me, Cherub, what are in the other towers outside of this, the smaller buildings?
Oh, that is where the acolytes are staying, some of them. And it's also where we get, we have to repair the ship constantly with the gifts of the saint. It keeps it together and keeps us moving.
I see.
Do you not see the black rope outside? It holds it all together.
I'm gonna give him a little kiss on the skin mask.
Oh,
Oh, bless you.
And it does like a strange little symbol in front of you. And go ahead and do a presence test, please.
Oh God.
while that's going on, I want to try and scavenge to have just a bunch of little random debris so I can go back to my throwing game. Ideally, maybe just a handful of pebbles that I can put in my
Okay.
backpack.
Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead and do a presence test. Just as you're going around to see if we can get you something that's not completely useless.
Exactly 12 on my presence.
Okay. You feel the blessing. Like you're a philosopher. You can feel he's doing like this shape in the air. You feel a blessing settle on you and just kind of roll off your sin soul. Doesn't take.
I rolled
Oh.
11, and I'm saving my omen for when I really need it. So,
All right. Then roll a
no.
D100. Got to use some of these tables.
15.
15. You find D8 colorful glass marbles, which is actually pretty much perfect. You want to throw marbles at people.
Make a slingshot.
7.
Okay. Yeah, you have 7 marbles.
Beautiful. How many? We still hear those voices downstairs, right? Are they coming
Yeah.
any closer now?
Yeah, it sounds like they're starting to make their way up the steps.
Make yourself scarce. Others will come soon. Cherub, the people below have come to defile this temple.
No.
And
No.
as I say that, I once again put my hand up and try and just hide so I can let these people pass by and not notice the fat priest in the corner.
Yes,
I-
yes. Send your brothers to attack them.
Yes. Good idea.
I'm gonna hide behind a statue and watch.
All right. Anselmus, what are you doing?
I will sort of let him go, like, "Ugh," and throw him into the air so he can fly off.
And he kind of takes off in these gross little cherub wings and flies upstairs to get some help.
Come faster, brother. We need more troops.
And you're hearing this stomping up the steps. And those of you looking to hide, I think it's agility makes the most sense for that.
Yeah. It's only DR8 for me. That's this heavy armor.
I rolled a 9 out of 10.
Ooh.
DR10, so. Today's not my day.
Yeah. I rolled a 3.
Oh,
Fat priest in the corner. I think I'm hiding, but I'm just sitting down in a well-lit corner.
well, let's see who pops up here. I got some tables. The first individual that you see go into the room, you're kind of hearing like this discussion at the stairs, and it's a little bit of the you go first, no, you go first, and this old wizened man gets pushed to the front. He looks like he maybe took a bad landing. He's got a black eye, and his skin was already kind of rotting away. So he's pulling it in with his cane. Oh, back, back. He's pointing his cane at you. I will get the treasures.
You don't see me, leper.
I'm wounded.
What wounded you? What
These
traps lie ahead?
horrible skin cherubs.
Oh. You see, he looks back
They
at the
poured
stairs,
wax
and they
on one
just
of our
kind of do
friends
like
downstairs.
Yes, we saw
But
that.
I've been wounded.
I'm not here.
I will tell him, go on ahead. The treasure's upstairs, my friend.
Roll another presence test to see if you could convince him. He looks a bit confused by the other two, so do take a -2. This is a very
I'm
who can
trying
tell
to make it
what's
look
true.
like I'm like out of breath and clutching in my general heart area.
Well,
heart.
I got a 15, so I'll just say, I have no use for trifles like treasure.
Yes, of course. You fool. And you see him pull his cane, and he's going towards the stairs, and he climbs up the stairs. You all kind of pause and wait, and then you hear a blood-curdling scream. Oh God! And then it's cut short, and a little bit of blood starts to roll down the stairwell.
Well, that's clearly not the way to go.
You hear some chatter from below. Did he make it?
Yes, he's getting all the treasure.
Ah! And another one of these like barbarian types. Actually, I got 2 tables. Let's see what this one looks like.
Oh, my heart.
Your
Oh, that cherub made such a horrible face at me. Oh.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Get out of the way. And you see this individual that's dressed in like doctoral sort of things, with a really nice haircut, rush past and go, "Come on, we're going, yeah!" And this time he is joined by a couple of others, and they look like they might actually be able to put up a bit of a fight as they're running through these statues, uh, up to the second floor. What are you three doing?
Oh, we're slinking behind him. At least I am.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as the last one of them is like going up the stairs and out of sight, that's when I'm just gonna start scrambling with my hat and start.
Are there any secret doors?
Ooh. Go ahead and do a presence check as you're looking around the place.
17.
You're thinking secret doors, this tunnel or this tower. Perhaps there's a yes, right there. There's a little stone that's out of the place. You can push your hand in. It looks like there's a back ladder actually up to the next level.
This way, my friends.
Quick, Demarcus, Anselmus found something. Oh, my heart.
He's pulling his weight.
He's
And I'll
doing it.
hobble back to them.
I had no doubt in my mind that it was a right idea to choose you in Salmus. Please, after
Yes,
you.
you are truly quite a wordsmith.
Okay, I will
No.
I will gesture to Demorcus to go first.
And I will gesture to Anselmus to go first.
Bartholomew will go first.
There we go.
Okay.
You cowards! I've got my armor,
Yeah,
and I've got
I'll
my
go after.
bomb.
So there's like the clank, clank, clank up this ladder. It is a metal ladder, thankfully, for this instance. Do you close the door behind you so that the others don't see this as you're going up? Like anybody up the tower?
So when I get up there into the next level, what is the first thing I see?
Yeah, you kind of peek your head. There's kind of like a little sewer grate that you push to the side. It looks like maybe this is connected to some little pipes where fat might go through. And in fact, you do see kind of dripping out of one of these pipes like a kind of a tallow there. And as you open this little thing, what you see is there's a room that has a large telescope set up. It is actually pointing up. Doesn't look like it quite exits the building. Like there's kind of like a little shutter that stops it. And the ceiling is all glass, but it's difficult to see because it's all sooted up. The source of this soot quickly becomes apparent because sitting connected with his back kind of directly to the telescope, there is a man. He is missing his hands. You can see there is blood kind of pouring from, it looks fresh wounds. He is toothless and attached directly to this telescope by his skin. You realize that the sail outside is his skin, and his long black hair is being braided into rope. And in the center of his chest, his heart has burned away. This room is actually much warmer than the entire rest of this area. It is burned away, and you can see his heart beating in a holy flame, producing this heat. And you also notice the adventurers being attacked by 4 cherubs as they scream in their delightful tones about how they're, heretics and whatnot.
Now, did the other two follow? Were they following shortly behind me, or were they staying just at the bottom?
I'm right behind you.
Okay, so with you guys behind me, I'll just show my hand back to tell them, hold your ground.
I
There's a
don't
melee
notice that,
going
and I just bump you.
on. Hush! Hush! Stay
What's
your
the
ground.
matter?
There's a melee going on. Let's wait.
Roll let's just do a 50-50 on this to see who ends up winning the day here. You want a higher number. That is better luck for you.
Who wants to roll it?
All right, Anselmus, roll d6.
A d20, please. A d20.
A d20. Okay.
Yeah, that gives you a few more gradations of how good or bad it is for you.
So you said a higher roll was better.
Higher roll is better.
Okay, we got a 2.
Okay. You quickly see the adventurers cut down. The barber is like swinging away, and he just gets his head lopped off by these teeth. They just kind of go right through. And you see the one, it's got maybe like a little faint kiss mark on it as it's telling the others,
They were coming from below. I think I've been duped, brothers. I think they're trying to steal the heart of the saint. Lock down the tower. Lock it down. Kill all. Kill them all.
and you start to see they
idea.
start to buzz around. You don't think that this particular little area is necessarily safe from them.
Yeah. Does this look like it's the top of the tower then?
Yes, this would be the top like observatory of
And
the
there
tower.
are 4 cherubs.
Yes.
Okay. Well, in the moment, I guess I think we should just hesitate for a moment because they're probably going to go down for the normal stairs. Let's hope.
At least, yeah, you're watching. One of them starts to come your way, and the other
Okay.
3 are going down the stairs. It looks like.
Yank him. Quick.
All right, yeah. I'm just gonna quickly scramble up
Same.
in my nearly invisible form as quietly as I can.
Okay. Do you have to roll a presence? Actually, you do have to roll a presence. Go ahead and roll a yeah, roll that to see if it can see
Presence?
through. Yeah, see through your hat as its little halo.
Oh, natural 1.
Yes, you feel as you're pulled up. You're like, I'm so invisible. This thing doesn't have a clue. The halo fixes its eyes on you, and you feel this chill pass through you, but your heart feels warm as you are hearing this cherub go,
They've made it through.
go ahead and this time we'll roll initiative since we're kind of about even at this point. Go ahead and roll a d6.
6.
That is you guys first. If I am remembering correctly, and I'll say I am.
Yank him.
All right. If that's the case, yeah. Well, we've got this one alone. I'm just gonna go all in with my femur.
Oh, all right.
Oh!
Did the adventurers drop any more weapons?
Oh, they absolutely did. There's like a little Sweeney Todd blade over there. There's probably a
Oh.
sword or something.
Okay, I'll go pick up the most deadly looking weapon.
All right, Bartholomew, how do you do?
I'm surprised you'll dirty yourself with such barbaric tools, Anselmus.
Well, just because the cherub is closer right now, I'm gonna focus on trying to take it out and just whacking it.
Club
so
it
that's
with
strength.
the femur.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a natural 16, so I do hit.
All right.
This is just a
nice.
D4 of damage.
Yeah, it is.
And I rolled a 1, so I bonk it.
Uh-oh.
You make a dent in its little form. It starts to
This
fill
is
out
why
again.
This is why I don't fight.
I am going crazy with the battle axe, like the signature technique.
Stratego.
15 total.
Oh my god. See, this is the
Yeah.
problem. When I play this game, my players always roll above a 10. I don't know how it works.
I'm just a beast.
Pro strat.
It's only hubris if you fail. I rolled a 4.
All right. Chopping into this thing. It's not as dramatic as the one below. Yeah. It gets a nice gash across its belly. Anselmus, roll a d10.
All right.
You can't get worse than a sword. is what I'm saying here.
8.
8.
That's a flail.
You find a flail. Maybe there was a big guy that had a flail there.
That does a D8 of damage.
I will just sort of pick it up and just be like, oh, yes, of course, the flail. A weapon
And-
of brutes, but needs must.
I don't want to have to decide between you two, so I'm just gonna roll for it. Alex, you're low. Oh, I'm sorry, Bartholomew. This thing is now decided it did not like getting hit with the bone.
Unclean. You monster.
And it tries to attack you.
Stay back. So my hat is donned. So defense rolls are 10, but heavy armor gives me defense rolls at +2, so it's just a flat agility 12 normal test.
That is a sick hat.
And I rolled a 12.
It thinks it gets you, but it misses. It's swinging around.
It's just because of the translucent nature of me. I was there a second ago, but the illusion of that part sinks up to where I really am.
No, no. Oh, he will. No. Operation. The Saint.
It's shouting this, but it seems to be like focusing on the saint, like it's gonna do something really stupid. You've seen this look of terror in eyes before. What do you guys do?
Well, I'm loving the sounds that are coming out of this creature, so I'm going to create more. It's a beautiful symphony that my battle axe shall drive on.
I think
Do it.
Marcus and Selmus have got this, so I'm going to actually go for the loot pile as well to try and find a better weapon.
Yeah, roll a
I dropped my
d10.
die. Okay.
I also rolled an 8. I
I
can't make
rolled a
This
this
guy
up.
had 2 flails. You saw it.
Yeah,
It was spectacularly useless for him, but it kind of looked cool.
It looked really cool. I'm jealous. But you know what? He's dead and I'm better than him.
Yeah,
But I also rolled a 2, so
Oof.
natural 2, so I failed.
Okay. It's swinging out of this. Anselmus, what are you doing?
I'm going to walk over to the Saints and examine his heart.
It's just
Just
beating
ignoring
there,
the battle.
radiating heat from it. It looks like it's actually covered in like these little flickering flames, but it's not really attached to anything per se. It's just sitting in the middle of him. And now that you're close, you can hear this like low moan of pain from this figure. This individual is very clearly alive.
If I reach toward it, does it feel like it's going to burn me if I grab it?
Yes. It feels that hot once you get close to it.
Interesting. So if I can do something, I guess
please.
I will.
Yeah, you got time.
I will attempt to put the fire out with my cloak by like a fire blanket, so I can grab it.
Okay, so you're just kind of like scooping it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This changes the situation somewhat. As you scoop it into the flame, it kind of pulls out of the body without a lot of trouble. And you pull it, it's still hot. It's burning in this cloak. You can see the cloak is starting to sputter into flame a little bit.
Yeah.
But this little creature goes, no, and melts in the air, just fat dripping onto the ground. You see the sail that was connected to this body start to rip apart, and the rope that was, well, hair that was coming off the back of his head and loops around everything. You're remembering all the black rope that was holding the ship together.
Oh dear God.
And yeah, it starts to dissolve almost like a fuse.
Oh, this
Well,
is bad.
Should we start whacking that thing?
No, we should leave. We have to get out.
Oh, okay.
I don't see any treasures around, do we?
There do look like there's some treasures as this is
Mhm.
starting to fall apart. Yeah, he was
Can
kind
I?
of sitting in front of some nice like religious artifacts, that sort of thing. There's, a
Okay.
little crown. He's like melting away the fats dripping below, and you can see it's uncovering. There's a bit of treasure, but it's all loose. Like
I
to
have to
scoop
save
it will
myself
take time.
first.
Grab one thing
Like,
and go. That's what I'm doing.
I'm collecting the skinned faces of the cherubs in
Okay.
order to patch up my skin wingsuit with a quick stitch.
Okay. Okay. What? You only have one at the moment. The others are the next level
Now
down.
I'm going to scramble.
Okay.
I
All
will
right.
drop the battle axe in order to move faster.
All right. Bartholomew, what are you doing?
I want to try and grab one item and then get the fuck out of here.
Okay. You grab an item of some value we will determine later. Anselmus.
I'm going to try to convince the owl that is still circling to grab an item via rational debate and logic.
Okay. I love it. I absolutely love it. Go ahead and make a presence check to see if you can convince it.
You see, this is a very good example of the platonic form of the tetrahedron. And I got a natural one. So he did not
Woo!
like it.
Woo! Oh, a natural one. Do you want to use an omen to re-roll that? Just asking for a friend.
Sure.
Okay. You
So
don't
I can
have to.
re-roll it?
Yeah, you can re-roll it.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea. Oh, 16.
All right. It looked like it was maybe going to grab your cloak and just fly off. But it seems to think better and goes, whoo, whoo. And you see it swooping and starts picking at the treasure. Um, Unfortunately, the skylight to this room, like it's an observatory with a telescope, it's not open at the moment. There's like a shutter up near the top of the telescope. If that was open, the owl could just get out, but it'll have to come with you at the moment. And yeah, Demorcus, you're downstairs. You see these little fat puddles. You can easily grab the heads off, or the little faces off of them. There's a lot of like finger bones and teeth as you're just looking through the piles. But you do feel the shudder of the ship. Kind of something fell off. Something definitely fell off, and we're going to the next round. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to start stitching to repair
Now
my
I'm
skin
getting the fuck
wingsuit.
down. I've got the treasure. Got
Okay.
some treasure. Enough treasure.
Yes, yes. This religious symbol will probably be of great value. And we'll say Anselmus it grabbed like a pile of little rings, like little bracelets or something. All
Very
right,
nice.
Demorcus, go ahead and do an agility test as you're sewing through these.
5.
No, it's not working. It's actually like flapping on
No!
further. It'd be like another rudder. You have no idea what would happen if you tried using this right now. It's very, very
I have to
dangerous.
complete my masterpiece.
Anselmus, what are you doing?
Are there any lifeboats?
What a question. There do not appear to be lifeboats hanging off the side or anything that you noticed. No. I'm afraid not.
Interesting.
Down below on the deck, you hear a random adventurer shout, "Women and children first!"
Well, okay, so the bottom of the ship, did it look like it was touching the ground or close to the ground?
Uh, it's going a decent clip of speed, and it's basically on ice skates, if you want to think of it that. So you're about a story up, bottom of the boat, story. So there's like kind of a ship there. You're not sure what's in the ship necessarily proper, but
I like those odds. I will head below decks as far down as possible and
okay.
just wait for the ship to fall apart around me.
Okay. You will say you make it. You go down the ladder, you run down the steps, and you see there are still some adventurers in that main room. And how are you bringing out this heart that is on fire? Are you still bringing that with you?
I'm just hot potatoing
Okay.
it.
And you get into this bottom room and you see a couple of berserkers there just kind of scratching their head looking at this body on the ground, and they look up and see you. He's got treasure.
You can have it.
I hold on a bomb. If you don't let us through, I'll run in and blow you both up. I'll do it, and you're gonna have to let us through. And I will show out the bomb. I will show the bomb in the bottle.
All right, make a presence test.
15.
Oh shit, he's got a bomb. Oh shit. And they're like backing up against the walls. Come on, man, we're not looking for trouble.
And as I'm doing that, I'm motioning for you two to follow me as I'm staring at them with my manic gaze and just going, don't fucking test me, man. Don't fucking test me.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna run past then.
Okay. Skin suit flapping. Just
Yep.
go. All right. Yeah, you can kind of get to the front here. This is where the three of you will be. You're at the front of the building now, of round 3, and you can see one of these little side buildings just look right through the deck, and you hear below on the ground like this crash. Very clearly, the deck is falling apart. You can almost watch the rope just disintegrate in a line because they just kind of randomly roped it around stuff. It's pretty bad.
We need to find something to grab onto.
We just jump and use our wingsuits.
I still feel it might be wise to grab onto something.
How did some
So
of
as
these other
everything
adventurers
is
get on?
collapsing,
You're watching other adventurers get out.
Yeah.
Um, a couple of them look like they're like trying to climb down grapple hooks. Um,
Is
some
that
are
going well?
successful. Not necessarily.
Oh.
You are reminded of one thing that can happen when stuff goes across ice is that it can break through it, and you are seeing a couple of them like get off, fall back behind, and end up buried under like snow from this thing. And some of them do make it out, and then they go up and start stabbing the people in the snow and stealing their shit. So it's kind of a horse apiece. Some people are making it, but it's
how's the main mast looking?
um you look up, it looks like it was kind of going out of the telescope. It's in tatters. Like the sail is just falling apart. His skin
Is the
sail.
base still intact?
Yeah, that would have been the tower.
Okay, so
It's kind of
that's
like
where
built
that's
next
where
to the
we are.
tower, if that makes sense. So there's probably like a mast portion of that.
Not everyone's making it out down there, and those that do are killing themselves. The main mast is probably the last thing that's going to collapse and fall down.
Well, we don't want to be in it when it collapses.
That's when we jump from the ruins.
All right,
with
so
the
we'll
skin
have to
suits.
time it perfectly.
Do you want to just take your chances now?
No, no, I think not. I think we're going to, I'm gonna have to repair my skin suit still. So I'm going to look for dead adventurers and start like
Yeah,
slicing
there's
off
a
the skin
few.
of their
All
backs.
right. Agility as
All
you're
right.
trying to harvest them. Anselmus, what about you?
I'm gonna. Oh, sorry.
I did it. 10 out of 10.
I was just gonna, if there's a helmet around, I'll put the heart in the helmet so it stops
Yeah,
burning my
yeah.
toga.
Yeah. There's a heart-shaped hole in your toga. Now you
I've
can
gone
open it
from
up.
covering my ankles to short skirt.
Exactly. But yeah, it's pretty toasty still. Bartholomew, what are you up to?
You know, these adventures have come in with various different whatnots and what have you. So I'm gonna, while he's skinning some of the corpses, I want to look to see if anyone has left behind something resembling a parachute or a large piece of cloth just to supplement the descent with the skin suits already. Because at this point, we're just trying to make use of time while the ship is collapsing.
Yep, absolutely. Do a presence test. I think that makes sense for searching.
Nah, 8.
Yeah, alas, no. It looks like many of them were looted quite quickly by others. And DeMorcus, you were successful. I think I saw a plus
Yes.
sign. Yeah, you've got the skin. You're stitching it in.
Uh, I'm
Another.
also looking.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um, in order to get some kind of parachute, I'm gonna find the biggest like corpse and probably take their heart pattern boxers.
Okay.
They have any.
You know what?
Uh,
You know what I'm gonna do as well, though.
sure.
Just while we're
They're a
getting
little
back to the map,
stained, but yeah.
That's okay. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Bartholomew, what were you saying?
while I didn't find anything on the corpses, I'm gonna pick up a corpse of a decently got looking guy about my size,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna take that back with me. So I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, in case if I just jump, I could try and use it to break my fall. I don't know. I'm just getting desperate
We
here.
can open it up and we can stuff you inside.
I don't think we have time for a taxidermization surgery. Either way, I'm just dragging the corpse over to the mast.
Yeah, okay. So you're going towards the mast. You've got a helmet, Anselmus, Demorcus. You've skinned this back quite quickly. You're stitching it up. Um, Another tower falls out. This might be your last round before this whole thing just kind of collapses under your feet.
All right. Well, see you on the other side. I'm gonna just jump off and use
Okay.
my wingsuit.
All right. Make an agility test.
Oh god, this is no moments, just a raw roll. D10. DT10.
You can make it, maybe.
7.
Oh no. Um, Go ahead and I'll give you there's an opportunity
Yeah.
as you're going at quite a good speed. Roll a d8 as
All
you
right.
are hurtling towards the ground in your skin suit.
I'm better.
The back you just stitched on flies off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Let's see if the
There's a hole in my
heart pattern
wingsuit.
boxers save the day, depending if I don't take as much damage. 1.
Holy shit. All right, how
Yes.
do you survive this?
I take out the
Tumble.
boxers and I just use them as a glider.
You quickly stitch it, like tie them together. Yeah, the
Wow.
Anselmus and Bartholomew, you can see Demorcus somehow survives a pretty tough fall onto the ice. What are you two doing?
Jump.
All right. Make an agility test. These skin suits, I tell you, they're to die for.
No, I did not. I did not pass because the DR, even if it was just 12, it's 16 for me in the armor.
Okay.
And I rolled a 10.
All right. Go ahead and roll a d8.
All right. 5.
Okay.
Does armor affect this?
Sure. Yeah. I'll say it. You can still count that in.
My plate armor absorbs 3 points of damage, so I take 2 damage as I land.
Holy buckets. Are you still alive?
I have 6 hit points left.
Oh, you're great. You're just dinging across the ice.
Doink, 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 doink. Oh dear. I slide on my back like a turtle.
Spin, spin, spin. All right. Anselmus, the
I'll
ship's
take
falling
my
apart around you.
chances.
All right.
I will just fall off.
Okay. Roll agility.
Nope, 7.
All right. Roll a d8.
Big money.
Come on.
6.
Okay.
I
Does
do
that
have armor.
okay?
That kills me. That kills me.
Yeah. Okay. What's this look like as Anselmus calmly falls off the ship?
He will just jump off, and the owl will just be looking at him like, what an idiot. And he attempts to fly, and he flaps for like 3 feet, and then just Wile E. Coyote plummets down and dies.
There's just a crunch.
I
and
think
a
in the distance,
smear.
I'm like, I'm better.
Oh, I go up and call out, Anselmus. Oh dear. I start scuttling towards his corpse.
No, it's mine. I'm running to
Hold-
his sacred fire,
Hold
and I'm
on.
drawing my battle. No, I don't have my. I'm drawing my meat cleaver on you, Bartholomew.
Fine then, and I'm just gonna leave.
The treasure is mine.
Joke's on you. And as I'm leaving in my cloak, I've got that artifact I took. So
Yeah, you watch the owl just fly off into the distance.
With the
And-
gold bracelets.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Later on, you see this like super wealthy owl just smoking a cigar. Life's good. Demorcus, what's your let's do a final scene. What's Demorcus do in this cold, icy waste with a helmet full of heart?
The helmet is holding this heart.
Yeah. It's kind of hot to the touch a little.
Oh, that's okay. I'll make a bag out of Insalmus. And then I will use that to carry myself back to civilization with the heart to keep me warm and rations to keep me alive.
It's kind of annoying that as you travel out of here, you do still have to keep chopping up the bits of Anselmus that are growing out of his body after you put the heart in it. And his cries of pain get really annoying, but it
That's
keeps you
okay.
warm. Yeah.
I can talk
Bartholomew.
to him too.
Yeah.
Do I taste good?
I didn't eat you.
He didn't ask that. It's a question.
Oh, I will try it. Little
Eh.
nibble.
Little nibble. Roll a presence test. I know this is supposed to be an out thing, but we'll see if you get another.
I'm good.
Okay, you're good. All right. You're fine.
I can
You
open
go-
up a restaurant if the meat keeps regrowing.
Well, I always knew death was a better option to living. And then the
Uh.
Seinfeld music just starts
They slap the bass.
playing.
All right, and Bartholomew, you are taking this treasure out of here. What's Bartholomew's coda look like?
he travels south through the icy wastes in hopes of reaching the Valley of the Unfortunate Dead, where he will present this artifact as an offering to his own heretic god. The place where he began is the place where he shall end. Maybe an inquisitor gets him along the way. Maybe he doesn't make it. He's got 4 days of food. Though the water in his water skin got frozen, ice can melt, and I can eat snow. I've got a good chance. Whether he makes it or not, unknown. I gained a flail, some treasure, and 5 silver. So net profit for me.
Nice. Just walking in the cold. All right.
I wasn't about to risk my life for that stuff when I had that treasure myself.
Infinite meat.
And as usual, whenever I run this game, everyone kind of survives. The ship of Ulzabeus. All right.
Woo! Thank you so
Thank-
much.
Thanks for
That was
playing,
a lot of
everybody.
fun.
And
That
thanks
was
for those
great.
who were watching. And stay tuned for more RPG Reanimators actual plays. It's alive. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out the RPG Reanimators podcast for horror scenario reviews, interviews, gaming discussions, and more.